ESPN, real fast here before I make this relevancy report. Get rid of that Contrarian, Skip Bayless. I mean, it's all right to clown LeBron James because we all know it's fun to clown him. But when you come out here and you disrespect Eric Mandini and say he was fired twice, get the fuck out of here. How you still keep him around is beyond me. The guy is the ultimate contrarian, and this shit has just got old and lame now. I mean, what's he gonna say about LeBron James this year? Guy already won a damn title. Can his ass. He's bad for your TV set. See what I'm saying? Relevancy report. Now, I don't know the records right now, but I'm going by the point spreads here, this and that. I'm just about to, whatever. Arizona Cardinals. A lot of people are going to sit there and say, well, they're 3-1. I believe they're 3-1 right now. This is like, they're relevant. They're irrelevant. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they're 3-1 right now. They're almost guaranteed to make the playoffs if they're 3-1. They'd have to go to finish 10-6. They'd have to go 7-5. 7-5 the rest of the way, which is doable, but they're irrelevant. What's his name? Skelton and Cole? Nah, I'm sorry. They're irrelevant. Cardinals irrelevant. St. Louis Rams, irrelevant. I'm sorry. Look, you're a year or two away. Atlanta Falcons, relevant. RG3 and the Washington Redskins, irrelevant. Hey, RG3, cry me another river because another team was trying to injure you. And go put a Michael Jackson glove on, all right? So, cry me a river. Washington will always be irrelevant when you have Mike Shanahan coach. The game passed you by, Shanahan. It's like I said, it's like when Joseph Gibbs came back to the Redskins with Joe Bugle and them cocoon coaching staff. Shanahan, bye. Redskins irrelevant. Pittsburgh Steelers, irrelevant. You're old. It's over. 7-9. AFC's too tough right now. Philadelphia Eagles, irrelevant. They're relevant right now because they're 3-1, and quite frankly, their defense is too good to be irrelevant. Philadelphia Eagles are relevant. Green Bay Packers, relevant. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, how the fuck are the Pittsburgh Steelers irrelevant and the Green Bay Packers relevant? Because I said so. Indianapolis Colts, irrelevant. Irrelevant. You're going to be irrelevant for a long time. New York Giants, relevant. Cleveland Browns, irrelevant. Sadly to say, they're irrelevant. But they're going to be good. They're irrelevant. Minnesota Vikings, 3-1. People are thinking they're so good, this and that. Oh, Christian Pond's playing so good now. Irrelevant. Fucking relevant. Oh, my phone shut off. All right, there we go. Tennessee Titans, irrelevant. Cincinnati Bengals, relevant. Hey, they're relevant. They're playing good. They're relevant. However, they got to prove to me that they can beat a good team rather than beat these teams that aren't so good. I mean, you played Baltimore on Thursday night, opening the season, whatever, last couple weeks ago, and you got embarrassed. You got humiliated. So, you got to prove to me you can beat a good team, but I'll give you relevancy right now. Miami Dolphins, irrelevant, young, irrelevant. I don't care what they did. Quarterbacks looking good, but they're irrelevant. Baltimore Ravens, relevant. Kansas City Chiefs, who I understand may be starting Brady Quinn this week, are irrelevant. Any team coached by Romeo Crennel will always be irrelevant. Sad fact. He's a defensive coordinator. He's a coordinator. There are some guys that are meant to coordinate, not meant to head coach. He's one of them. Carolina Panthers, irrelevant. Any team led by a guy that's getting beat by 20 points and does a stupid Superman dance when he gets a touchdown being down 28-14 is irrelevant. All right? Cam Newton, you'll always be irrelevant. Seattle Seahawks. Until you put Matt Flynn in, you're irrelevant. I'm sorry, Russell Wilson ain't the answer. 5'9", has nothing for this NFL. You can't play NFL at 5'9". You're not Douglas Flutie. So he's irrelevant, and the Seahawks will be irrelevant. I don't care about their defense, this and that. They should have got beat by the Packers. That's the number one reason the Packers are relevant. Sorry, Seattle is irrelevant. Until they put Matt Flynn in. Then you have a chance to be relevant. And Jacksonville Jaguars, irrelevant. Chicago Bears, relevant. However, if I was the Bears right now after seeing Jay Cutler walk away from the offensive coordinator right now, I would bench his lame, sorry ass for 2 fucking games. Let him know that this type of behavior is unacceptable at this level. I don't know why they let this guy get away with bullshit. I don't care how good you are. If I was a coach and Tom Brady did it to one of mine, did you notice when Tom Brady had a problem with, what's his name, that guy for the Penn State coach right now, I forget his name, but remember when he had a problem with him last year? What happened in the post-game? Brady was as respectful as can be and said he was out of line. That shows respect. Cutler ain't got no respect. Bench his ass for 2 games. I mean, you need to get a hold of this guy now. This guy, honestly, I wish there was a way the NFL would just blackball Cutler and not let him play ever again. The guy's a complete asshole. He's a complete joke. Fucking Mike Tyson would have whooped his ass too, I'll guarantee you that. Mike Tyson's no fucking joke. Too bad Mike Tyson wasn't the coach of that team because he would have benched his ass. When he was the coach of the Vikings, Cutler would have done that bullshit. Alright, back on track. New England Patriots. Relevant. Come on, they're going to the Super Bowl again. Denver Broncos. Relevant. You got Peyton Manning, who's playing pretty good last week. Relevant. However, I'll give my picks later on tomorrow. San Francisco 40. My team who stayed in my hometown last week, and owners are from Youngstown, Ohio. My team, the 49ers, relevant. A lot of people say, how's that your team? You got the Patriots, you got the Browns. I got an NFC team, the 49ers. Everyone in this fucking town roots for them. So I'm fucking a 49er fan now. Plus, they're fucking good. Buffalo Bills. Can't throw 5 interceptions, 4, whatever the fuck it was. Have a 21-7 lead, get outscored 42-7 in the second half, and want to be relevant? You're irrelevant for life. San Diego Chargers, relevant. New Orleans Saints at 0-4. Irrelevant. Irrelevant. Sean Payton, Roger Goodell, you single-handedly killed that organization. If Sean Payton was there right now, this team would probably be 4-0. It wouldn't be 0-4, I'll guarantee that. Houston Texans, who many consider to be the best team in the National Football League. I, however, lead that to be somebody else, and I will give that one of these days. I'm thinking it's 49ers, but I don't give a fuck. Texans are dominating teams. They're killing teams. But I don't know if they can do that to the fucking San Francisco 49ers. But anyway, they're relevant. New York Jets. Tim Tebow, as much as I hate you because you're terrible, I would put you in right now because Mark Sanchez ain't got what it takes to play in the fucking Big Apple. But you guys will always be irrelevant as long as you got that clown, Rex Ryan, running your organization. You know the guy that guarantees a Super Bowl every year, this and that? You know the guy that goes out in press conference, tries to act like somebody he ain't because he wants attention, this and that? But the bottom line is a team just don't perform. You know the team that has no receivers? You know the team that has no offense, this and that? They're irrelevant, and they always will be. Now, that's your first irrelevant report. And I know a lot of people are going to sit there and say questionable relevancy with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're old. They're 1-2. They got beat by the Raiders last week, and the Raiders are horrible. Did I say the Raiders? Hold up. I didn't see the Raiders. See that? They must have a bye week. The Raiders are irrelevant. I'm sorry. Your Raiders, you're irrelevant. You need to get a quarterback. Carson Palmer just ain't it. You're irrelevant. I said the Raiders now. But, yeah, the Steelers, I mean, they're just not good anymore. I'll be honest with you, the Browns play the Steelers this year. I mean, I know they do twice, but I mean, if the Browns play the Steelers tomorrow, I'd look the Browns to beat them. The Steelers are no longer a fair team in the NFL. 7-9, 8-8 is about all they're going to do. They're not going to make the playoffs this year. They're on the decline. See, they're getting old, and finally their age is catching up to them. And I look for the AFC North to be the battle of Ohio the next 8 to 10 years between Cleveland and Cincinnati. Because Baltimore's, although they got, as long as you got Flacco, the Ravens will be good. They'll be like New England right now because their defense is still good. However, their defense is going to take a major hit when Ray Lewis decides to retire because he is the inspirational leader of that fucking team right now. And believe me, that means a lot in the NFL. So that's the relevancy report, the relevancy report, whatever, this and that. I will get my picks tomorrow, and tomorrow night I will be doing a show on NFL Network called Cleveland Browns 1995. It's a detailed look at what happened when the Cleveland Browns decided to move from Cleveland to Baltimore. And afterwards, I will be giving you a complete breakdown of that program on NFL Network and how I felt when the Cleveland Browns moved from Cleveland. Because for 4 years, I totally tried to root for the Packers, but it wasn't the same. I totally quit watching football. It was so disgusting. But I'll be bringing you a detailed breakdown of that tomorrow night after that program, along with my picks tomorrow afternoon for Week 5. Guys, what a fucking, yeah.